Hey, this is Coach Elan. I hope you are having a good day. So today I'm joined by Tony, and Tony has been on my 90-day body and mind mastery program for the last 6 months. How are you keeping today, Tony?
I'm doing very well, Elan. Very well. Managed to negotiate all the traffic successfully this morning without too much hassle.
Brilliant, good stuff. So for today, Tony, I really just wanted to have a quick chat and see what your experience has been like so far on my 90-day body and mind mastery program. So I was wondering, what is your profession?
Elan, I work in the area of mental health and I work as a psychotherapist.
Cool. And why were you struggling before starting my 90-day program?
Well, as you say, we've been working together for the last 6 months. So when I kind of got around to contacting you, it was around November time last year. So pretty much in the thick of, lockdowns and everything else. So I think kind of the big thing that I was really struggling with around that time was having so much unstructured time. And I suppose I really just kind of wanted to do something with all of this unstructured time. Because a lot of it was kind of needed it maybe to chill out and relax, but a lot of it as well was kind of not very productive either. So just kind of needed a bit of a kick. I knew that I needed it to make some better use of all that time.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, another thing about it as well, actually that unstructured time was also kind of probably affecting my mood as well. So I think my mood was probably a bit lower than I would normally have liked. So that was part of it too.
And I suppose that's normal in November when it's dark all the time and you can only work for
yes.
You've got a lot of free time for the rest of the day. So it's been great that we have been able to add some training and stuff to that, and you're obviously feeling the beneficial effects of it, which is amazing. And I was wondering, what was it specifically that you were struggling with before starting my 90-day program?
One of the things, well, actually I mentioned kind of getting the structure of the day and kind of building even exercise in some kind of regular fashion, into my normal week. But also I was kind of having quite a rough time with sleep kind of around that time as well.
Yeah.
I suppose probably was eating probably an awful lot more junk food or comfort food at the time. So my energy levels were kind of a bit low. And my motivation, I suppose, was kind of low as well. So for me, I definitely needed some kind of a structure or program where there were fixed times, certain goals to be met. There was an big accountability piece, which for me really is essential. I know all these things are good for me, but I won't do them, or I find it much harder to do them just by motivating myself. So if I've got someone else there and, there's a kind of a two of us in it in some way, I'm much, much more likely actually to do something.
No, definitely. And it's been really cool to see how your sleep has improved. And then as a result, your energy levels have gone up. And obviously when you have that, helpful support system there, it does really mean that it's easier to get the training done. So yeah, no, that's great to hear.
Definitely.
I was wondering, what was it that you were maybe skeptical of before investing in the program?
I couldn't say that really there was anything in particular that I was skeptical of, but I did have some hurdles, kind of to overcome. And that was really, I suppose, mostly around my internal motivation and the discipline. Constantly say, oh, I'm going to start next week. But then letting myself off the hook, and sure, one Monday becomes another Monday and so on. So kind of a balance between maybe letting myself off the hook and then on other days, maybe just pushing myself too hard, which then actually led me demotivated as well. And then even around food plans as well. So no skepticism around the program or anything like that. At that stage when I started, I didn't really know how comprehensive it was going to be. But definitely knew that I needed a program that was going to help me with all those areas.
Cool. And what was your first big breakthrough from the 90-day program?
Realizing the importance of sleep. Now, I'm a night owl by nature.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, I read online yesterday that the neuroscientists are now saying, if you're a night owl, stop trying to change it. So I was delighted reading that. Kind of gave me permission to not kick myself over that, because I suppose the truth is that the world we live in largely promotes getting up early and all of that, and that's just not in my rhythm. But that's the world I live in. So I suppose just using that sleep obviously isn't just important for mental health, but obviously it has a huge impact also actually on fitness and recovery and physical health. So that was kind of a big connection that I hadn't made before. So that was kind of a big mental break for me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it's been really cool to see your average sleep go from a very low 4 to maybe 6 hours up to now averaging maybe 7 to even up to 8.5 hours some nights, which is doesn't seem like a whole lot on the surface, but when you put that into a busy week, it really, obviously you've seen it makes such a massive difference with how you feel and your fitness and energy levels and really everything. So it's been great to be able to help you improve that. And so what do you feel like have been some of your specific results that you've been really happy with from my coaching so far?
I've definitely got a better perspective in terms of my food and my relationship with food, I suppose.
Yeah.
Trying to get a better balance. You know, it's not all just about calories. It's actually about what the calories are made up of. So that has been a big, again, another shift, another learning on my part. But then, and I suppose physically, then to do with my strength. Actually, I've definitely gotten stronger as the time has gone on. Even kind of impressing myself with how many push-ups I'm able to do now, because I absolutely hated push-ups before. And your way of kind of tracking my progress and my personal bests, and kind of and pushing me that extra little bit sometimes as well when I was kind of ready to give up, has actually led me to feel quite good about the progress that I've been making.
Yeah, it's really cool each week, isn't it, when you see that new personal best, and like the more personal best you get, it's like the more rewarding it is, and then it's easier to kind of stay motivated because you can see just how much progress you're making. Yeah, it's really cool. And last question for today, who would you recommend my 90-day program for?
I'd say anybody who, like me, needed a bit of support, you know, to begin making changes, to try to put, you know, that kind of self-consciousness to the side, and maybe the blocks of the self-criticisms, and kind of to get an idea of what they are, and to know, you know, that you can actually keep going even in spite of those. But for anybody who wants to begin making changes, I mean, for me, like we say, I'm still working with you 6 months later. So I wasn't just focused on a 90-day target. For me, this is kind of about a longer lifestyle, mental kind of change on this stuff. So for anybody who wants to make the first couple of steps along that route, not to worry too much about the destination, but to anyone who wants to start along kind of having a better, healthier kind of lifestyle.
Yeah, sounds really good. It's all about the journey, not the destination, right? So yeah, no, that sounds really
good. Absolutely. Yeah.
Sweet. So yeah, thanks a million for all that, Tony. And it's been amazing the last 6 months, and I'm really looking forward to continue working with you. And I won't take up any more of your time. So that's it for today. So thanks a million, and hope you enjoy the rest of your day.